I've got the 2023 Schafer-Frohlich Weisser Burgunder Trocken. This is a wine that I am so stoked to be bringing to Wine Access and the Unfiltered Podcast Wine Club because it was a wine that I actually discovered while I was in Germany this past spring with the German Wine Collection who imports it. This was a producer who I can't believe I didn't know before, although I will say that Germany has never been my strong suit. But when we started on the trip, it was sort of the producer that everybody seemed to be looking forward to the most. And I can totally understand why. My goodness, this wine is like whew, just jumping out of the glass already. It was the producer that everyone was excited to see because Tim Frohlich, who took over winemaking for his family at the age of 21, is such an electric character and winemaker, someone who is incredibly passionate about what he does, about carrying on this family legacy, and about improving the wines year after year, being super true to the land. Riesling is, of course, the grape that you normally think of when you think of Germany. They make tons of it at Schafer-Frohlich, but when we sat down for the tasting, I was really excited about some of the other varieties that he poured for us, namely the Weissburgunder. If you've never heard of Weissburgunder, that's totally fine. This is actually a grape that you probably have heard of just in German. So Weisser Burgunder, the Burgunder part being Pinot, the Weisser part being white or blanc. So this is Pinot Blanc. So this is a grape that you see all over the world, but I think it does particularly well in Germany where it can really retain its acidity, but also give you all of the floral sort of peachy, lychee notes that Pinot Blanc, often has. So let's talk about what this wine actually tastes like. I mean, when you smell it, it's just electric. It's citrus, it's floral, it's leaning into like all of these things that I sort of associate with spring. But then there's like something kind of layered and textured underneath of it. And this is why I was so excited to taste these wines because normally when you're talking about grapes like Pinot Blanc, which is in the glass, or Pinot Gris, these are grapes that have personality, but not in an over the top way. They're grapes that we often pass over for the more interesting varietals like Riesling. And so when I tasted this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been looking for in Pinot Blanc. It's what I wanted to experience that I always kind of knew was there because I've seen it in Alsace, but I was really, really pumped to find it in this glass. So just really jumping out aromatically as you get in to taste it. Get ready because all of that acidity is just super, super juicy and powerful in this really layered, textured way. And this is what I love so much about this wine. Oftentimes, when you're talking about these wines, you're talking about wines that are really crisp and they're really clean and they're really lovely to drink on a summer day, but there's not often a lot going on beyond that. And this is sort of the exception to that rule. There's texture here, there's a little bit of weight, there's this sort of phenolic kind of tingle on your tongue. It's got that like peach skin thing going on. But what I find most exciting about this wine is that every time I go back to it, there's something else there, and it's so, so delicious. And to me, it's the perfect example of a wine that has incredible pedigree, that has incredible winemaking, but also is just so damn delicious to drink. This is what I want in my glass all the time. It's what I want to just like gulp down on a warm day, on a cool day. Maybe you've got food, maybe you don't. It doesn't really need it. That's just the kind of wine that she is. Serve this wine definitely with a chill on it, but please, I beg you, do not get it too cold. This is a wine that really wants to be served a little closer to cellar temp at around 55 to even 60 degrees because this wine is a really, really well-made wine and it's showing really incredible things at this temperature. You normally would chill a Pinot Grigio or a Pinot Blanc down, to the point where you can't really taste much of it, and that's totally fine. But a wine like this, a wine of this quality deserves to be seen, and the only way you're going to do that is if you get it at the right temperature. Of course, if you want to have food with this, I'm not going to tell you no. Grab some cheese, grab some shellfish, grab some sushi. Sushi would be delicious. Grab anything that's like vegetable. This is going to go perfectly with that. I'm a 10 out of 10 on this wine. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I will tell you, this was such a discovery that I was excited about when I was there, and one that continues to stay with me even while I'm home. I hope you love it so, so much, just like I do.